everyone, what's good? We are back for another day. I think this is day 23, 22 maybe, not exactly sure, but anyway, we are back. And we can start today off with a nice little fit check. There we go, how's that? Same thing as usual, but you know, maybe it's like I look better in it, you know, like sometimes even if you wear the same clothing, you can look better in the clothing over time. So that's the purpose of the fit checks. But yeah, no, another day which was good, or which should be good, hopefully. What did I have on yesterday? Oh, yesterday I had this big test. I was studying the whole day for this one class, and this class I've done like nothing for, like pretty much no study. I don't even really know what it's about, to be honest. I don't even think the chief examiner knows what it's about, to be honest. He's just like, well, I think he's making up as he goes, and it's his first time doing it, so I mean, I guess fair enough. But yeah, it was just like it's about like community markets and the government, like the economics of it, basically. So like, it's not even really economics, it's just community market and the government, but we're looking at it from like a historical perspective, you know. So a lot of like how communities have shifted from being more like family orientated compared to being in more like cities like they are nowadays, you know. So yeah, that's basically what it was. Anyway, there's a lot deeper than that, and it kind of seems easy on the surface level, which is why I'm like, I didn't really study for it, but it does go a lot deeper than that, and there's a lot of stuff you got to read for it, which I had not read up until yesterday when I was cramming for this test. But luckily, to be honest, even though I studied I studied yesterday for about 7 hours, I reckon the first like 5.5 hours, nothing really happened for me. Like, I feel like I wasn't really getting anything out of it. Then the last like hour and a half up until when the test started, I feel like I actually started to understand stuff. So that actually made the test a lot easier. So I'm glad I studied that much for it. You know, cramming's usually not good, and I probably would have done better if I didn't cram, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah, I still feel like I did somewhat decent, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, and then straight after that I have this thing at a firm in the city, which is probably an international firm. Well, not probably, it is an international firm. PwC, probably a lot of you have heard of it. Like a big four, what would you call it? A big four like commercial firm or something like that. So that was good. They were just like talking us through their legal team and everything for my law society, that was. But yeah, no, that was good. So I was helping organize that one, so I went straight in an Uber after my test, which it was just online at home, all the way to that, yeah, PwC in the city, which was good. That went for about 2 hours, talked to some of their people and everything, and then yeah, came home, which is good. So I actually wasn't out too late last night. I came back by about 8 p.m, which is good. Nice and early, got everything done. And yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a laborious day yesterday with all the cramming and everything, just for 7 hours straight. But hey, sometimes you've got to get that stuff done. You know, you gotta look for the delayed gratification. You know, it's gonna be hard in the moment, but you know, at the other side of it, you'll get a good mark. You'll be happy with it. Fingers crossed I get a good mark. They actually also dogged me a little bit, because so when you open this online test, they're meant to have the questions up like straight away, but then some like IT technical issue got like, it just wasn't working basically, and so they had to manually send out the questions to everyone, but they only realized about 6 minutes after the test started, and so I lost 6 minutes of my time. They didn't even give us that back or anything at the end. So yeah, I feel a bit dogged. I lost 6 minutes, which probably would have helped. Yeah, an extra 6 minutes probably would have helped, but it is what it is. I could probably still email them and be like, you know, you can't just dog me like that. You know, if you're not going to give me more time, at least mark me a bit easier. But we'll see. We'll see what I decide. But anyway, it's a good day. Again, daylight savings, I can't remember if I mentioned this on my other video or the last video. I think I did, but yeah, daylight savings has come to an end or start. I'm not even sure which one it is, if it's started now, if it's ended. But anyway, the clocks went back an hour earlier, so therefore there's more sunlight in the morning. As you can see, more sunlight on my face. I also haven't shaved in a while, that's why you can see I've got a bit more stubble on my face and everything. But when was the last time I shaved? Sunday, I think, and today's Friday. So yeah, 5 days post. But yeah, no, that's okay. But anyway, it should be fine, Had a heavy leg day as well this morning, so I'm really feeling it in the quads right now and everything as I'm walking to work. But hey, no, that's good. I mean, if you're really feeling it, probably means that, you know, you're pushing for progressive overload, for pushing for improvement, which is good, So yeah, stock market recently has been so interesting as well. I mean, it was like down massively the past few days, and then yesterday, like insane update. It went up like NASDAQ, Dow Jones up like 10%, you know, like crazy day. I think I read it was like the 8th biggest day ever recorded on the stock market, which is, you know, extremely large when you think about this being thousands upon thousands of trading days open over, you know, the past 100 years or whatever. So it's just it was the 8th biggest one of all time. So yeah, pretty crazy. But I mean, I didn't put in, well, I'm still not investing any more of my money in the market right now just because of how uncertain the economic climate is. But I like the money I do have in the stock market. Yeah, that went up, but obviously overall it's still probably down a bit just because of how negative everything has been recently. But I'm assuming because what the real thing was of why it went up so much was because Donald Trump froze the tariffs for 90 days. So basically for 90 days, there's a little bit more certainty. But towards, as we get closer to the end of those 90 days, the market will probably go down a lot more again anyway. So I'm still probably just going to wait it out and then invest later. But yeah. But anyway, I'm still getting my money up, obviously working and everything. But yeah, I'm not going to put much more money in right now. I'll just wait till we get a bit more certainty, till I think we're out of this bad period, and then go hard at the stock market. Anyway, I'm pretty much at work now. I'll talk to you guys on my lunch break. Hello everyone, look at the glowiness of me right now. This is crazy. But I don't actually have too long here because I'm probably meant to get back to the office. But it's been a good day so far. In saying that, yeah, we've just been getting stuff done and everything. The time's ticking by nicely. I feel like I'm definitely improving in this role and everything. So it's good. Tonight might have, well, I don't have anything really on right now, but I might. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, otherwise I'm looking forward to eating. I feel like, again, I only really have blueberries when I'm here, so it's always nice getting home and eating a big meal. That's something I'm always looking forward to. So that would be good tonight. But yeah, anyway, I don't know too much on my lunch break right now. Like I said, I'm a bit late, so, well, no, I'm not late right now, but if I keep talking, then I will be late. So if I go back right now, I'll be on time, which I do like being on time. But yeah, we'll talk on my way home. Hello everyone, how's it going? We are back on the way home, walking home and everything, which is nice. Another day of work, dunzos, so it's good, feeling good. Yeah, don't have too much on for the rest of the night, which is nice. But yeah, no, so just walking home. What I was just thinking about was the fact of, like, again, I've spoken about it before in these videos, but like, you know, I want a business. I want to be a business owner. And so I'm thinking, like, how can I create a business? Like, well, how can I get business ideas, you know? And I feel like probably a good way to do it, to get more and more business ideas, would just be putting yourself in more situations. Because the more situations you put yourself in, the more different things you see, and the more chance you have of seeing stuff that can be improved, and therefore, you know, more markets which you can step into. Because again, you're only really ever limited by what you know. So if you experience more, you'll know more. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, you know. So I've really got to try to just open myself up to new experiences, new opportunities, because that'll help me with that. So I'm trying to think, what are some other more creative ways I can do that? I guess just, try to hang out with people you wouldn't usually be around, or go to places you usually wouldn't. Stuff like that, I guess. Anyway, though, I am hungry as well. Like, seriously hungry. I need to eat. For real. I need to ingest like 2,000 calories right now, low-key. But yeah, and I've just been seeing, because again, I've been at work the whole day now, but I've just been seeing like my messenger app just popping off with things that need to be done. People saying stuff like, oh, we need you guys to do this, to do that, etc. So yeah, I've got a bunch more to do, but hey, that's life, you know. That's what creating value is all about. Value is about solving other people's problems, I think. I don't know, I'm not a business owner. Maybe I'll know once I am. But yeah, anyway, these videos are good though. As you can see, it's progressively getting darker and darker with the daylight savings and everything. It's never been this dark on my walk home. Like, the sun's probably going to set in about 30 minutes, which, at the start of this series a few months ago when I started, the sun would probably set 3 hours after I walked home. But it's more like 30 minutes now. Crazy how the sun works, Look at me walking across the street while recording. Bit of a living life on the edge type of guy, you know me, bit of a risk taker. A lot of people in life are like risk averse or risk neutral. I'm a risk taker, and that's what you've got to be sometimes, it's just what you got to be. So yeah, that's me. But yeah, like I said, put yourself in new opportunities. I've got to do that more. I'm very opposed a lot of the time. I see myself being, very opposed to trying new things. I like to stick in my comfort zone, but yeah, probably a lot of the best results in life do come when you start to step outside of your comfort zone. So I've definitely got to try to do that more, no doubt. But yeah, just trying to enjoy the day. Again, I'm really just trying to focus on that fact of like, you can enjoy every moment, You don't have a quota of happiness. So just trying to focus on that. Because, I don't know, I just feel like, a little bit bored right now. I feel like so much of life right now is just like going to work, studying for uni, not really fun stuff. But again, you can still find joy, you can still find happiness and all of that, which is what I'm trying to work on. Probably just for the next week or two, it's mainly going to be like that, because we're in like the middle of the semester, and that's when most uni assessments are. So yeah, got to study hard for them. Otherwise, it wouldn't usually be like that. I would have more time to do more things, but what can you do? What can you do? I'm still recording these videos, and I'm still uploading them every week. So, that's keeping me going. Something always to look forward to, which is nice. But yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty much home. So I will see you guys in the next video.